We got a hot mic. Bum, 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 bum.
Hello, hi, welcome to the Big Dumb Post Show, everybody.
Hi.
No texting at the
I'm
table.
not. I'm
It's
not.
just like dinner time. We just wrapped the show in the other room, and now we're headed here. So I'm going to take a drink of water, and then we'll get started. We'll get going.
We were going through all of our, shenanigans requests and stuff, and we got one up there that we're working on.
Isn't it fun to come up with fun? Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's like hard.
Sometimes
and
it's really hard.
Like,
sometimes it's easy.
We'll get requests for shenanigans like, can you get my whoever?
And it's broad, right?
Yeah,
like,
and you're like,
hey, just get this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come up with something.
And then you're like, I go figure it out. So there's a couple of them that we're coming up with, and then somehow we started like writing our own jingle. We've been very musical on Shenanigans this week, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, our little rap was such a success.
Yeah,
I feel like every Shenanigans will have us singing in it now.
I know. That's just our way of like showing off our super skills. If you're interested in Shenanigans, kygr.com.
We brought it up this morning, and I wanted to go through. I've printed out the full list, state by state, number one junk food in every state. And Colorado was gummy bears, which good job, Colorado. We're the only state where gummy bears is the number one. I don't know if that's weed gummies.
What kind of gummies are we talking about in Colorado? I wonder.
A lot of these junk foods get repeated over the states. You know, there's a lot of Pringles was popular all around the country.
That's garbage.
Butterfinger, speaking of garbage.
Yeah, I love Butterfingers, which we should show a picture. You have a candy jar at your desk and you brought Butterfingers, which I thought was very nice. So highlighting nice things that you sometimes do.
How boring is Connecticut granola bar? That's not even junk food. You're so boring, food. Connecticut.
It's got a lot of sugar, but whatever.
I'm going to have you guess, since you're from there, what Minnesota is.
Hot dish. Hot dish. Is it a Jell-O salad?
No, it's not a Jell-O salad.
Is it bars?
It's not bars.
Because you bring bars to everything. Someone dies. Oh, God, you get your 8x8 out and you make some bars.
8x8? No way. 9x13, yo.
Well, you don't want to give them that many. They don't. Well, I guess they do have company coming over. Someone died.
I just got, by the way, my mother-in-law brought over Special K bars. That's like a big thing. Special
K bars. It has been years since I've had Special K bars.
Just gallons and gallons of corn syrup. Makes them shiny. It makes them shiny.
You only have corn syrup, like Caro corn syrup.
Yeah.
It was in everyone's pantry, and I saw it not long ago at the store, and I'm like, I don't know if I've purchased corn syrup since I lived in Denver. And everybody had it as a kid.
Yeah. Let's talk Texas, since we have a lot of
We
Texas.
didn't find out Minnesota's.
Oh, Minnesota. I'm sorry. Minnesota's Starburst.
Oh, Starburst are good.
The red ones. The red ones are.
Yeah.
That's not trash. Okay. A lot of Texas people have moved here. Funyuns are Texas.
Also kind of trashy. I'm Cheetos. Is anybody Cheetos?
Oh, hot Cheetos, flaming Cheetos.
Just regular Cheetos. Like, get the fingers orange.
California. A lot of Californians moved to Colorado. Sour Patch Kids. That made the list a lot. Interesting ones that stood out to me. Wyoming. Can you guess Wyoming? Twinkies.
Just
good job, Wyoming.
Rocky Mountain oysters for Wyoming.
Anything creamy, just put it in your face.
Can we go back to bars?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. In the Special K bars that your mother-in-law brought you.
Special K cereal.
And
peanut butter. I think it's topped with chocolate. It's got a chocolate layer on top.
Why did she bring you bars? Did someone die?
She makes them. She just makes them all the time. It's a special. My kids love them. And so she just makes them all the time.
That's really sweet.
Grandkids.
And it was a 9x13.
Well, what I got was just this big. I only got like 6 pieces of those.
There was a time where, when you're growing up and starting to become an adult, or say you're like 20, 21, and you're really kind of starting to do your own thing. I remember still living like with my parents, so probably a little younger even, probably like 18. And a friend of mine's like cousin or somebody that I didn't know died. And so I was trying to be very Minnesota, and I was like, I have to make bars. And it is Pavlovian. When someone dies,
you got to make bars.
Freaking bake like immediately. And so I knew what to do. And I robotically go to the kitchen. I swear to God, this happened. And I pull out an 8x8 and I pull out a box of lemon bars. You can still buy them in the stores. You push the crust down, and then there's like the gelatinous lemon crap, and then you do the powdered sugar dusting. And my mom comes home and she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, so-and-so's cousin died. I'm making bars. And she's like, you can't do it from a box. And walked away. And it is like
somebody
a
dies,
core-
you have to make them from scratch.
It's like a core memory of like, you know how like our kids
Everybody
will
knows
do-
that, Tracy.
Yes, like our kids will do things. I'll be like, God, I can't believe they didn't learn that when I was teaching them all this stuff. Like for
She
her,
stomped out.
it was like an odd damn moment
Oh.
with like, I have failed this child.
The disappointment. Oh man.
You can't do it from a box.
Well, if anybody needs some bars, my mother-in-law makes some really good Special K bars.
I would love it. I would love it. It's been a minute since some bars. Okay. God, I love when we can talk Minnesota
I know.
on the show. It's just such a vibe, isn't it?
It is a vibe. It's a vibe. I've been there a couple times, and it is exactly how you describe
Yes,
it.
yes.
Exactly.
I thought it was entirely normal until I moved away, and then you step away and you're like, oh God.
That's not
This is
normal.
not anywhere else, but it is so normal when you are there. The other thing that we talked about on the show this morning that I think we could get a little bit more into, because there's so many companies out there that have the policy of no dating at the workplace.
Yeah, like you have to sign a contract.
Do we have it here? Do you know? Because I've never paid attention because we
I don't know.
wouldn't have to pay attention. Like,
Matt, do you know you're kind of a new hire? Did you
Yeah,
have to
new
sign?
hire.
Our tech guy, Matt.
I'm married. So
Oh, you probably don't have to worry about that.
yeah, that's just it. Like, I mean, so you don't really pay
Need some
attention. You kind of
single
skip over
people.
that. Because you could just find a single person here.
Yeah.
And we're going to ask him that because if I know inappropriate conversations at work,
I don't think you do.
I think you do.
Um,
That's a good one.
I don't remember having to sign anything like that,
I don't
which
either.
is good.
But I bet you there is some sort of policy written somewhere about like office conduct or whatever. So the stat this morning,
Office conduct, yes.
stat,
What you're about to say. There is a somewhere written down what you're not supposed to do at work.
if there were, okay, so if there were office conduct that was inappropriate, they say 40% of people, 40% said that they have hooked up with somebody at the office.
At the office. When I read the headline, I thought it was just hooked up with somebody at work, like a coworker, and you started dating them and life is good. Like that's what happened with me and my wife. Not physically hooked up with them at work, like on your lunch break, you found a cube and
Okay.
just went to town.
So there is two people in this room right here that ended up with a coworker, but that's the ones that we married.
Yeah,
So
we
that's
married
where
him.
it
Yeah.
becomes like, so that was like for me, it's like, that's the interesting part of the conversation is we both married, but technically we would have been breaking some sort of company policy by having a relationship with somebody at work that had 5 beautiful children between the two of us, you know? So it's not really inappropriate. How can they sit there and say you can't have?
No, what's inappropriate is hooking up at work, like doing it at work, which is what you did.
Right.
I'd like to know more about
Right.
that.
Okay. So I had said that my husband and I worked together and we were co-workers and we were the only 2 people at the radio station. He had for a very short time worked in radio. So he worked in the middays and I was the night girl.
Oh,
And
the
I
night
just-
girl.
God, it sounds salacious,
Oh
doesn't
God,
it?
it really does.
God, it sounds like so. Anyway, whatever. We worked together for like a year, and then started hanging out, and we very threes companied it. My sister and I, and he all ended up living together as friends. And then, yeah. So we ended up having like a work thing, and there were times that nobody else was at the radio station. That maybe there was nothing to do.
More than once?
I would say there was a certain coworker we didn't like.
And you use their space? I mean, it's a win-win for everybody. I hate you, and I'm gonna hook up with my. Oh,
No, I can't because like when we're on the show and now I feel like I'm looking at my own face saying the story and I'm turning red.
you know what's great? Hey, Matt, will you go get Joey? Will you go
No.
get Joey?
No.
I want to hear. I want to hear this
No.
story. Joey is Tracy's son that works here. Will you go get Joey,
No.
please? And I would like you to tell
I
this
am not
story
telling
in
this
front of your
story.
son.
No, I am not. Oh my
He's on his
God.
way. Okay, so that same story I want you to tell with Joey sitting right here. Joey,
yes.
come here.
This is my
This is Joey Dixon. Okay, so your mom has something she wants to tell you. Go. In fact, here, why don't you sit down?
I hate you
You
so
sit right
much.
there.
I hate you so
Are you ready?
I don't know. Am I ready?
I'm gonna walk away. Okay, the floor's all yours.
When two people love each other very much, like your father and I do, there is
Ew.
a special hug that sometimes happens, and possibly maybe when we met at a radio station,
Yeah.
we would explore opportunities to further our love.
Stop saying
That
love.
I don't know what to say.
That's an awkward way to put
He's
it.
so nice, but you know what? The night you were, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You were conceived at a radio station.
Oh my God,
Whoa.
what a terrible way. No, what a terrible way to start. Like your life. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Well, I born in it and working in it, I
There
guess.
was so
It's-
much love in the studio that day.
I need to cleanse
Yeah.
my soul
Yeah.
after this. I'm very
Dude,
sorry.
Speak for yourself.
right.
Somebody needs to.
Just don't look me in the eye right now. Okay. Thank you, son, for coming in. And thank you guys for teaming up on that one.
Yeah.
This is a safe space.
Thanks,
The
Matt.
Big Dumb Post Show is a safe space. I
It
love
is
you.
not a safe space.
Dinner's at 6. I don't think he's going to come. to
Oh,
dinner
he's
today.
gone.
Yeah,
He's
I don't
gone.
think he's coming today.
He's not coming to dinner tonight. All right, I think we have to be done. Have a great day.
Bye.